Hi everyone, it's Enchantress. Oh my goodness, well, I might do a reading, but I have this idea that I just couldn't get out of my head. A lot of readings bring up geometric shapes and are the Archangel Metatron and how these geometric shapes are sort of the key to the universe and stuff. So I'm going to get into all these cards and kind of like go over them and stuff. But before I do, I want to show you how it all kind of came together with this sort of meditation technique that you can do. At first it feels a little daunting, but it's actually quite easy. So this is kind of just a neat kind of like Escher-like look that you can get you can do really easily, and it's also kind of a meditative style of drawing and making shapes within shapes, so that I don't know, I feel like it connects you to your mind in a spiritual sense, but also a mathematical connection too, that kind of creates a bigger, broader connection, because I feel like we as souls in the universe, especially during this Lion's portal, there's something bigger and greater, and all of these things are tied in. Like Tesla popped to my mind just right now because of he had a lot of mathematical calculations that connect us to spirituality, numbers, and geometric shapes and things like that. And a lot of the geniuses of our lifetimes have had these kind of equations and things that have popped into their heads. So I think, science and spirituality can be connected, and they definitely can be for growth and for whatever else, Anyway, I'm going to show you how I do this first, so that way you can try it on your own and see if it soothes you and helps you to meditate. Drawing mandalas is another thing that you can try. I might do a little mandala night too. And if you want to try this, or if you don't feel like you can do this, watch other people do it. It is relaxing. So I watched another person do it for a while, and there's a lot of exercises that he has, so you can copy and try to follow him. Some of them seem really complex. The ones that are called beginners look kind of complex. But anyway, we're going to get into that in just a moment. All right. Let's see now. So if you're not perfect, practice makes perfect. Just keep trying. It's not about like the perfect end result. It's about trying to get there. So, as best you can, make a box. It might be easy to start with Sharpies. Then cross the box. And here's where we start. Okay, this part's kind of interesting, but so you find a starting point. It's usually like a little bit away from center. It's like off center. Okay, and we're going to make a mark from an off-center point to another off-center point, to another off-center point, and then keep going. That's how it kind of... Okay, I don't know if I did that one right, but anyway, we're going to try it again. It should be kind of a continual flow. It will help you actually be able to draw straight lines. That's kind of how it goes. The guy that does this has so many really cool patterns. It turns out prettier when everything is really balanced, like equidistant. So there, that's okay. It's not, I think I messed up somewhere, but anyway, let's try it again one more time, and then I'll talk about the different cards that we have here and how it might relate to you and the Lion's Portal and what we might need to be doing during this time. Some things that will help us in our meditative journey. What things we can do to help heal ourselves, grow, learn, next step. Usually, like, the tinier you do it, the more intricate it gets. The wider you do it, the less intricate. But if it's balanced, sometimes it looks better whatever way you do it. And the more you do it, the better you get at it. And then, also the better you get at making straight lines. It's kind of, it's like a little bit of a discipline, right? Kind of a discipline. There, that one looked a little bit better. Looks cool. Now, you could always turn it into artwork if you want to, shade it and do stuff with it and add things to it. But there you go. There's my little geometric shape meditation thing for you. Now let's talk about, and this is a cool little notebook that my daughter gave me with all squishy gel stuff. Oh, is that a fairy? Some kind of neat design in there. All right, so let's go with Archangel Raziel is saying, I am bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truths. Let's read more about that. And this is from the Archangel Oracle cards, Doreen Virtues, and she's a really good writer. It's sad that she had to stop doing this because she does have a certain way about her, right? That's special and helpful. But she had to do what she had to do. All right, so Archangel Raziel, the additional message here is your spiritual understanding is rising to another level. As you open up to new ways of looking at life, keep an open mind, let go of limited thinking and illusions, pay attention to signs, information that comes to you 3 or more times, and then notice geometric shapes and symbols in your physical and psychic vision. Know that your increased awareness may shift your relationships and career goals. And I feel like maybe that seeing that in my YouTube feed was a sign, that the geometric shapes and making that design was some kind of sign. Anyway, so this is saying that Raziel will guide you through these changes so your life mirrors your inner experiences. Working with Archangel Raziel is saying, as the wizard and alchemist of the Archangel realm, Raziel helps us to understand ideas that defy normal logic. He expands and challenges everyday thinking in ways that ultimately have healing effects. If you hunger for deep spiritual understanding, ask Raziel to enter your dreams. You'll soul travel with him to classrooms where he'll help you uncover truths and secrets. Upon awakening, you may not fully remember or understand Raziel's teachings, yet this knowledge is permanently embedded in your subconscious where it guides you throughout each day. I did this long ago. When I first read this card, I was like, oh, Raziel, help me. And I feel like ever since then, he's one of the people that have been guiding me through mathematical. I'm just like, math was my worst subject, especially geometry, because my teacher wasn't very helpful. He was never in the classroom, basically. But I'm attracted to puzzles, and I'm attracted to figuring things out. So, and yeah, that's kind of like stayed with me. Also from the same book, Doreen Virtue's book, you have the Chakra Clearing. And this is Archangel Metatron talking to you this time. Call upon me to clear and open your chakras using sacred geometric shapes. So there's all kinds of ways that you can use these geometric shapes for your help, to help you in your journey. All right, so this one is all, the extra meaning here is Metatron uses sacred geometric shapes to clear and align the chakra energy centers in your body. Mentally ask Metatron to open your chakras, and he'll gently send his Metatron Cube. I think that's what I was working on, a Metatron Cube. So it's like Raziel and Metatron were hanging out in my dreams one night, and they're like, I know what Cherry can use, a Metatron Cube. Let's get her to play with that. Okay, we'll throw that in her YouTube feed so she can see that. And of course, I didn't notice it until much later. And then I decided, hey, something else I read made me think that it would be a meditative thing. But it wasn't about a cube. It was more about mandalas, which made me think, oh, well, if I've done the mandala meditation, now I can do the cube meditation. Okay, so the Metatron Cube is the shape that's pictured in this card. And so through the crown chakra at the top of your head comes this Metatron Cube, okay? The cube rotates downward, cleaning psychic toxins from your body and chakras. When your chakras are clear, you'll feel more energized and have increased intuition. So when you work with Metatron, Metatron's aura is a beautiful violet and seafoam green stripes. And the crystal aligned with Metatron energy is the watermelon tourmaline. So that's really nice. So watermelon tourmaline, huh? Let me go see if I can. So here's an I'm gonna go next to Metatron from the energy oracle. Okay, so here we have the Archangel oracle, and then from the energy oracle we have Metatron, and I like their definition of Metatron, but for right now I'm going to go look up the watermelon tourmaline and see what that has to say. Look how pretty watermelon tourmaline is. This is from the Crystal Spirits, Colette Baron reads Crystal Spirits, and it's nice, it's in here. So I'll read to you a little about the watermelon tourmaline. I'd love to get one. Isn't that gorgeous? And it looks like sparkles of light inside. So this is the essential meaning is seeing perfection in the moment, basking in the bliss of just being, and natural joy and a peaceful heart. Watermelon tourmaline comes bearing the message that the divine order supports you in experiencing your bliss. Notice the perfection in this moment, that unbreakable connection to universal, I don't have dentures, y'all, but it's universal consciousness within you. Conscious universe is here to guide you so you may feel and experience bliss as it radiates outward. Your outer conditions will soon respond with the reflection of your natural joy and your peaceful heart. Forget the small stuff today and simply be present, feeling your bliss, experiencing that you are where you need to be, filled with joy, enthusiasm, and optimism right now. Yes, problems exist and always will, but Water Tourmaline Spirit is here to remind you that they do not have to define your experience in this life, and you are an extremely powerful healer and co-creator. So let joy and peace rise within you. You are asked now to acknowledge your co-creative power and your ability to collaborate in the great healing work of the all. Do not let your ego distract you from the pleasure of knowing that each moment you're here, you have the distinct honor of being able to contribute to the healing of the planet and all her creatures. Oh, thank you, universe. That's so nice of you to say that. The conscious universe is giving you a shout out, so bask in your bliss. Life is good and getting better every moment. Thanks. So, you know, that's a good feeling. To feel like I'm achieving something, I'm accomplishing something, and universe sees me and saying, good job. And guess what I was drinking today? Watermelon Waterloo. It's really good. I'll have a sip. Okay, so now let me tell you Energy Oracle's version of Metatron. I love how, you know, when everything is kind of comes together, like everything ties together and represents the same thing, then you know you're hitting on something, you know. So the sixth chakra, which is the third eye chakra, it's right there between your eyebrows, or yeah, kind of right there between your eyebrows, depending where your eyebrows are. So sixth chakra, Archangel Metatron, is clarity of thought, personal vision. This is a very powerful Archangel Metatron, brings brilliant indigo vibrations to your brow chakra or third eye, which is the center devoted to insight and clear thought. When this card appears, it indicates a much greater clarity in your thought process and an expanded perspective toward broader horizons. Some new perceptions are taking hold and the clouds of confusion are clearing. In some ways, this could be a new beginning, for you're on your way to developing a deeper insight about what's going on in your life and why. Now is the time to focus on your personal vision. Why do you want your life? Not why. What do you want your life to look like in the years ahead? Create a clear picture of that and support it with your daily thoughts. The insight you need to create a vibrant life is available to you now. And these are great because they come with affirmations. So here's an affirmation that's connected to Archangel Metatron and the sixth chakra. My sixth chakra is open, or chakra. Queen Sugar pronounces it chakra, and I looked it up and she is right. But out of habit, I've been mispronouncing it for all this time. So my sixth chakra is open to its perfect, healthy state. My personal vision guides me, and my thoughts are peaceful and clear. So that's very nice too. So then I knew that there had to be some more of this, sacred geometry in something else. I thought I saw it somewhere else. So he's got a neat circle. His is kind of like more like a mandala, or like the Vesica Pisces, which is also, I guess I could pull that card out too. But anyway, Melchizedek is higher learning, and he's saying, you have learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further progress. And Melchizedek also is talking about the geometric shapes and stuff. So let me tell you what Melchizedek has to say. Melchizedek is Melchizedek. I'm pronouncing it correctly, and you know why? Because I'm Catholic, and I studied the Bible several times. So anyway, because I grew up in went to school, Catholic schools. Anyway, he is a high priest who is mentioned in the Bible's book of Genesis and many other sources too. He is here to assist the earth through ascension process. Okay, those of you who are interested in ascension, this might be, the talk for you, because I feel like a lot of people, they just want it to be entertained. Give me the pick of cards, whatever. But I feel like I'm here to provide more than just entertainment to you. I'm here to help you and lift you up. It is all your power, whatever you choose to do, right? And it's all within you. But I want to pass on some information. This is kind of like me waking up. Something strikes me as like, oh, I should do that. And then one thing leads to another, to another, to another. And so it's really spirit guiding me. So here is what I'd like to tell you. So Melchizedek is here to assist the earth through ascension process, which is basically moving everyone and everything back to a state of love and harmony. He appears with bright light around him and a long white beard to match his ancient high priest ways, and is said to have his own order of light-filled priests who are able to help spiritual people develop their gifts and qualities. As he works on a high energetic level, we can connect with him through sacred geometry and by focusing on ancient star-shaped symbols. That's what I was just doing, right? And here's another star-shaped symbol, which is the pyramid. And to me, it's very symbolic that there's an eye in the pyramid. Now, I know a lot of people have creepy connotations that goes with this. And one of my favorite conspiracy theories has to do with aliens and Egyptians. But if you just break it down, like the geometric shapes gives clarity. So clarity plus the shapes, learning, and yeah. So I feel like that's what, in a very nice, simple, non conspiracy thought, could be just about how our geometry can be an eye opener, can be a clarity. So you have learned so much to this point and are learning more every day. You're recognizing all the great lessons your experiences and challenges have brought to you and are preparing for a transition or inner ascension, where you will move beyond another level of fear and into the inner sanctum of your heart and soul. Become aware of patterns, ancient symbols, and signs being sent to you from the universe. There's a sense that you are now able to focus in a new way and offer greater light to the world. See, that's my job. And Melchizedek and his order are with you now, leading you towards spiritual wisdom. Meditate and connect with their light. Okay, so that's what I got to do. I've got to connect more with Melchizedek. And so this was from the Keepers of the Light. I love this deck so much because it resonates with me since I'm a light worker. My followers are sparkles of light, It is corny. Maybe my, messages are kind of corny, like faith, trust, and pixie dust, which I don't believe is corny. I just feel like it's more symbolic of something deeper, right? It's a sweet, fluffy phrase that means so much more. And it's all about this being able to fly, which really resonates with ascension, right? This ability to fly, to be high, to be above it all, to be great, to levitate. I don't know how to explain it else, but I feel like all of these things are related. And ironically enough, the one card that really stood out from the secret language of light, speaking of light and being a light worker, is you are the universe. This doesn't show geometric shapes specifically, but it does talk about how we connect through these sacred shapes. Oh, look, maybe that's the Melchizedek teacher, and that could be the temple, and then the Holy Spirit. Anyway, I want to read that to you too. So this could all be, if you stumbled upon this and taken a moment to watch it, it probably means that this is meant for you too, that you are a light worker, you're on your way to ascension, and there's some things that you can do along the way, to help you and connect with your masters, So you are the universe. Know the self and know the nature of everything. You are you, and yet you are also the universe. Just like you, the universe is a living entity. It is not a thing or person that knows everything. It is growing, moving, and reaching forward to experience life in new ways. Wherever, whenever you are, you will always recognize yourself, and you will always exist. Play with the idea that the universe in all its manifestations peers out through you. It mingles and joins with your energy to see the world through your uniqueness, and it expands as you do. You are the pioneer of this universal frontier, and the universe needs you to know needs you to know it in all its forms. If you believe everything is separate, you will want a guide, angel, light being, or someone or something outside of you who sees you to show you the way. However, everything is as one and nothing is separate, so nothing is on the outside looking in. The universe sees wonderment through your eyes, and you see wonderment in the universe. Become your own authority. Choose to feel good by discovering what makes you laugh, love, and enjoy. So if you have these cards, focus on this and you will create similar manifestations, and whatever you don't focus upon will fall away from lack of attention. Oh, that's a good one. So just focus on what you want, and the other stuff that has lack of attention will fall away. So in the meditation, be a living expression of the universal life force by allowing it to flow through you, to inspire and illuminate the love in you and all. Broaden your mind beyond the mask agreements that form three-dimensional reality, and shake free any fears and limitations that are holding you away from your truth. Place a hand on the card, and this creates a portal for universal light to anchor on the earth plane. Slow your breathing. Imagine your gentle breath becoming a beacon of light that contains geometric shapes and translucent blocks of color that spiral around you like nebulous mist of light and love. Sacred geometry facilitates alignment, healing, and growth. These symbols come to you through your soul. Sink into these offerings, open yourself to graceful harmony, and receive soul truth wisdom. Relax and allow healing light and sacred forms to work their magic. Stay here for as long as you like, at least 30 seconds. When you feel ready, follow your breath. It is a beacon of light as well, guiding you back to your physical self. Give thanks to your soul, then open your eyes and smile. Some other things that you can do is 15 minutes of exercise every day for a week. Wow, okay. I was doing that pretty well, but I kind of slacked because of the summer heat, but I'm going to get back into that. Move more and you will overthink less. This much is true. Do something that takes you out of your comfort zone. Go to the movies, a restaurant, or musical by yourself. Skydive or trek up a mountain. Facing your fears stops them controlling you. Spend the first 5 minutes on walking, feeling joyous, calm, and see how far you can take this into your day. Some journal work you can do is ask 2 people in your life to write down 3 qualities they really like about you and do the same for them. Record all of this in your journal. That's nice. And then, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and show you the other card that I was thinking also represents sacred geometry a little bit. So the Vesica Pisces is like, the shapes are a lot like Melchizedek's shape. And this is kind of like inner, outer world. We're talking about the inner, outer worlds. How you're not just, your guides and stuff are not just outside of you, but they're also within you. And they're part of you, and we're part of each other. It's kind of like we're almost like we're symbiotic connections, here. But I'll read you the Vesica Pisces, which is one of my favorites, and how these outer inner overlaps, the love and different, it's how everything overlaps, and then you see yourself right there in the middle. You are the little heart right there in the middle, sitting in the center of it all. All right, so creating soul truth in the world. So that does connect quite a bit with you are the universe. All right, so the outside world feels more real than the inner world because we have encouraged to focus more what's on outside of us. We have learned to give things that can be seen by others or touched by us more important. We've learned to give these things more importance than what we feel. Making decisions can become difficult when our awareness is focused away from our inner needs and wants. When our internal and external realities are integrated, decisions are clear and easily made. This leads to satisfaction as there is no resistance to your fulfillment. When we scan the myriad possibilities open to us in the manifested world, we will know what we want and we will not feel overwhelmed. In this space, we become grateful for the decisions we have made and all the ones we will make in the future. So the meditation is, Vesica Pisces is a symbol that shows how consciousness splits to know itself and expand life. From this place, it can reflect upon itself, seeing itself rather than just out from itself. The Vesica Pisces is the basis of the seed of life and the flower of life. No matter how many times it splits and moves outward, there is always a link back to itself within the intersections of circles. So you can place a hand on the image or wherever you want to, your heart, on your head. Gently close your eyes and breathe deeply. Imagine you are sitting in the middle of a circle. This circle contains the eternal path of your soul and your consciousness. You could even screenshot this and just kind of like stare in the middle of that circle and see yourself right there in that heart. When you decided to come to Earth to play in the physical, you created another circle. Imagine another circle forming next to you to represent your physical self. Part of the second circle overlaps the first. Sit in the overlap and feel your soul and physical body at the same time. You are aligned, in balance, in your heart, in love, and enlightened. Feel how free and peaceful you are. Be in this beautiful space you have created for at least 1 minute. When you are ready, breathe back into your physical self and know you are rebirthed each day through the cosmic womb that is overlapping circles. You enter each day in truth, in the overlap, and then shift towards one of the realities depending on your thoughts at any moment. Come back to your center. Your life is happening now, and you are constantly weaving its direction. Where would you like your life to go? Create a new path. Open your eyes and smile. Smile. So, some things that you can do for Vesica Pisces is imagine you are the overlap of the Vesica Pisces. For 1 day, meet every experience and person that comes your way without judgment. Turn off the television and tune into your inner glow of creativity and entertainment. Speak your truth. This does not mean pushing your judgments. It means allowing yourself to say something to someone without blame or needing anything from them. If this makes you feel vulnerable, it means you care more about what others think about you than what you think of yourself. So, I do care. I do care. And some of that care has to do with love, but some of it is pride and ego, of course, So just realize, where you are in these circles, and how you react to the situations that play out for you. And it's a good thing to remove yourself, to pull far away, to really reflect on who you are and your responses and your attitude and what's next for you, right? So all of that is good. Something you can do as far as journal work is draw or write about 3 things you would like to reboot or rebirth in your life. And there you go, guys. I just felt Spirit drew me, pulled me to talk about these geometric shapes, and all these specific cards had interesting messages to them, and I thought I would pass them along without an actual pick a card reading, but I can do one maybe later. That way you can just do a pick a card reading and not have to have the talk about it. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and this is going to be part in my playlist under talks. I have different categories that I put things in, and if you like more things like this, you can check out my talks. I talk about books. I talk about things that I learned growing up and how it's all affected my perspective. I'm not trying to force my perspective on anyone. If it resonates with you and it makes you feel like it's leading you to a more self-awareness, leading you to a more spiritual path or your life purpose, that's great. That's what I'm here for, to help you. But I'm not here to throw my opinions on you or to change you or make you believe something that's not authentic to you, because it has to resonate with you. Just like every pick a card has to resonate with you. Everything that I say, if it doesn't resonate, it's not meant for you, right? All right, you guys. Well, anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust.